carves a deadly path across the U.S., killing at least 4 people in the Carolinas, with heavy flooding, tornadoes, and waterspouts. And now the storm is nearing landfall. Beaches here in New York City already closed. Ginger tracking the latest as the emergency grows, more desperate in the Bahamas. The health minister warns the death toll will be staggering. A reporter there as rescue crews race in.
Wildfire warning out west, new evacuation orders as these massive flames tear through Southern California, closing in on homes, scorching nearly 2,000 acres. Hundreds of firefighters battling the blaze.
Urgent investigation. A second death now linked to vaping, using a device containing THC. The FDA's new alert.
Caught on camera, baby smuggling arrest. The American mother now in custody, accused of trying to sneak a newborn past security in her carry-on.
Airplane sabotage. The American Airlines mechanic facing charges. Investigators saying he intentionally damaged an airplane about to take off.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you doing?
And Serena slammed. Serena Williams steamrolled her way into the U.S. Open Finals overnight, and this just in. Duchess Meghan reportedly on her way to New York to prove she's best friend Serena's biggest fan.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Breaking news bulletin from Michael Strahan. Meghan Markle is on the way to New York. What a Good Morning America. What a win last night for Serena Williams. Boy, she is steamrolling.
Yes, she's about to make history, on the brink of making history. She wins on Saturday. It'll be her 24th Grand Slam, which will tie her for the most ever. And when she was asked about how she felt about making it to the finals, she said, quote, "I don't really expect too much less."
I love her. She is on fire right now. We'll be talking about her, of course, all morning long. But first, we are going to begin with Hurricane Dorian slamming the Carolinas this morning. Take a live look at Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, getting hit right now. And here in New York City, they are closing beaches because of the storm.
Hurricane Dorian now a Category 1 storm, 90-mile-an-hour winds. We have team coverage. Ginger leads us off from Wilmington, North Carolina. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning to you, George. A windy morning here in Wilmington behind Dorian. So grateful this morning because this was the exact spot I was standing in less than a year ago in Florence, and it was fully flooded. So we got away with it in a lot of places along the coast, but it is still moving and still could see a landfall as it races over the Outer Banks this morning. You can see the cloud cover stretches from South Carolina to Maine with Dorian. So it has expanded its wind field as we anticipate, as most storms of the tropical nature do as they move north. But it also has expanded its rain bands. Flash flood alerts are up all the way back to Fayetteville, North Carolina. We've seen close to a foot of rain already fall. Thankfully, this thing is going to be on the move, so there will be no Florence or Matthew correlations. Tropical storm warnings are up, though, from the Delmarva Peninsula up to Nantucket, because we could see gusts on the order of 30 to 50 miles per hour going through the next 24 hours. A lot of the coastline is going to get battered by mostly high surf. We're talking on the order of 10-foot waves that could be life-threatening rip currents, something you don't want to mess with. That's why New York City has closed its beaches. We could see some coastal flooding up and down the Northeast. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, Ginger. And the storm, it is slamming the Carolinas, as we said, but it's already turning deadly in the U.S. At least 4 people are killed in the Carolinas. Rob Marciano is there in Nags Head in the Outer Banks. Good morning, Rob.
Hey, good morning, Michael. The center of Dorian now just 60 miles from our position and accelerating into this area, and we're looking for that eye wall to be here soon. The wind, the rain will be getting worse. It's been getting steadily worse over the last few hours. We're thankfully at low tide. That'll change this afternoon when we'll see some of the worst of the flooding. We've got another camera I want to show you just up the road here at Kill Devil Hills. A similar action. They'll get it a little bit later than we do, but already across both Carolinas, we've seen winds gusting to 60 miles an hour, some to hurricane force. That's knocked down trees, power lines, and over 300,000 people are without power. And the worst of this has yet to come through.
Overnight, Hurricane Dorian's wrath turning deadly in the U.S. after officials confirmed 4 people died in the Carolinas. Listen as a transformer explodes, knocking out power to this gas station. The roadways desolate as roaring winds and rain whip the area. That danger exactly why people are being ordered to shelter in place.
Another fierce rain band is coming in. Just got an alert on my phone to shelter in place.
Earlier Thursday, floodwaters swallowing Wilmington. This man trying to get his vehicle out of the water, while this truck was left to defend itself on the beach. Mammoth trees uprooted, power lines smoking, wires illuminating the streets, leaving nearly 350,000 people without power. The Carolina coast swarmed with tornadoes and waterspouts. The destruction just devastating. A miracle that no one was injured in this mobile home park, nearly leveled by a reported tornado in Emerald Isle.
It's like a nuclear wasteland. It was a deafening noise, and then it was gone.
One woman in her home as the ferocious winds ripped the siding off these condos.
And all of a sudden, the windows broke loose. Everything was swirling in our bedroom.
The intensity of Dorian's dangerous storm surge put Surfside Beach, South Carolina, underwater Thursday, making way for treacherous driving conditions and homes being surrounded by water.
You're looking at our live shot once again from Kill Devil Hills. Give you an idea of how wide-reaching this storm is. Norfolk, Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach, they're getting it as well. And they expect intense flooding later on this afternoon and tropical storm warnings all the way to the capes of eastern New England. We've got rain, we got wind. That surge in spots is going to overwash NC-12, the major highway that comes through here, especially south of here. So there will be people that get cut off. And then, of course, we have the ongoing threat for tornadoes. I mean, yesterday we had just a slew of them come down with damage. And so that's going to be a threat to see until this eye gets offshore. And that's not going to happen until well into the afternoon.
Yeah, that surf there is really something. Okay, Rob, thank you. The Bahamas, of course, still reeling from Dorian. The official death toll climbing to 30 this morning. And now the health minister there says the final count will be, quote, staggering. And that is because thousands of people could still be missing there. Victor Akendo traveled with an emergency air ambulance to deliver supplies. And he joins us now from Miami Beach. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Cecilia. Help is on the way, and they definitely need it. But even though the Bahamas are so close to us here in South Florida, getting in can be a bit of a challenge. Right before we landed in Freeport, our pilot told us the tower was out, and it's the Navy that has to coordinate who flies in and out from a nearby ship. Overnight, the death toll rising 5 days after Hurricane Dorian left its mark on the Bahamas. Officials say at least 30 people have now been pronounced dead, with the fear the final death toll will be staggering.
Everybody's like in a state of shock right now. We lost everything. So right now, we just like in survival mode right now.
Everything in Abaco is totally destroyed. It literally looked like we were bombed.
We flew with Trinity Air Ambulance to Grand Bahama with supplies collected by our Miami affiliate, WPLG. From above, everywhere you look, large debris litters the island. Hurricane Dorian tore apart these airport hangars at Grand Bahama International Airport, and take a look all the way through. That small plane looks like it was cut in half. The devastation triggering widespread rescue efforts. Since Hurricane Dorian made landfall, the Coast Guard have rescued more than 200 people, even providing food to those left stranded.
Today, this morning, we were down on a couple of remote islands, and we came across one, and there were about 150 people on the island. It was completely devastated.
Other residents left to sift through what remains of their lives.
So this was like the master bedroom, the bathroom, the living room down there, and there's another bedroom on the other side.
And all of it's gone.
Gone.
We met Gino Daniels, whose home was completely destroyed. What was inside is now scattered across the lawn. How scary was that as it was happening?
It was pretty scary, but during that, you don't have time to be scared. You know, you in survival mode, so you're just trying to do what you could do, save what we could save, and get up higher.
But amid the disaster, he tells us he plans on rebuilding.
It's still hard to see all what you've been accumulating and building up over years just completely washed away.
Residents in Freeport said that at this point, the emotional toll is worse than the physical. One woman told me that this hasn't been hell on earth, but hell on water. George?
We are feeling for them. Okay, Victor, thanks very much. We're going to move on now to that wildfire in Southern California. New evacuations have been ordered as the flames close in on homes. Clayton Sandell is on the scene in Murrieta, California. Good morning, Clayton.
Hey, good morning, George. You can see just how much jeopardy these houses were in. This is where air tankers came swooping into this neighborhood, dropping this red fire retardant everywhere, coating the houses, the trees, and the bushes here, all part of a desperate fight to stop the flames.
This morning, a massive firefight coming within feet of homes in Southern California. The blaze scorching close to 2,000 acres in Riverside County, 80 miles southeast of Los Angeles. A thick blanket of smoke and ash falling on nearby neighborhoods. More than 500 homes are evacuated, but retired LA County firefighter John Samarin and his son stood their ground, refusing to abandon this home despite being nearly surrounded by a giant wall of flames, engulfing the entire backyard.
It was really surreal. It felt like I was like a 1,000-degree oven. It was crazy.
CAL FIRE coming to the rescue, stopping those flames just in time. Across town, firefighters sprinted from house to house, desperately trying to keep the flames at bay. 800 firefighters on the ground and in the air. Authorities say difficult terrain and constantly changing winds are making the fire an extreme challenge.
The winds will come out of one direction in the morning, and then by the afternoon, we'll get a 180-degree switch.
Officials now urging residents to avoid breathing the smoky, polluted air.
All that smoke is one of the reasons why schools here today are closed. Officially, this fire is only 10% contained, but the big worry here today, the return of those high winds. Michael?
All right, big worry indeed, Clayton. Thank you so much. And we'll be tracking Hurricane Dorian all morning long. But now we want to turn to those rising concerns about vaping. A second death now possibly linked to it. And Oregon officials, or health officials, say the person died after using a device that contained marijuana. ABC's Janae Norman is here with the details. Good morning, Janae.
Good morning. We've heard a lot about vaping, and this morning a second death linked to vaping, this time in Oregon. Officials saying the patient was otherwise healthy and quickly became very ill, developing a severe lung illness after using a vaping device that contained THC from a product purchased from a recreational marijuana shop. Officials haven't released the victim's age and gender, and they haven't determined what sickened the adult or whether the person may have added something to the liquid or tampered with that device after it was purchased. But officials say the symptoms were consistent with those of more than 200 cases of a mysterious respiratory illness linked to vaping, including difficulty breathing, chest pain, vomiting, and fatigue. FDA investigators have reportedly found the same chemical in samples of some marijuana products used by some people who've gotten sick across the country. In a statement to ABC News, the FDA saying identifying any compounds that are present in the samples will be one piece of the puzzle, but will not necessarily answer questions about causality. So guys, so many questions still around vaping.
Every day a new story.
Absolutely.
Learning something every day. All right, thank you, Janae.
Thanks, Janae. We're going to turn now to that airline arrest. A mechanic taken into custody accused of sabotaging a passenger plane instead of fixing it. David Curley is there at Reagan National Airport with this story. Good morning, David.
Morning, Cecilia. This is an extremely serious charge. It is willfully destroying, damaging, or disabling an aircraft. This happened to an American Airlines jet preparing to take off when the pilots noticed something wrong. It happened in Miami, which is an American hub, and the federal charges say that the mechanic used a styrofoam material and some super glue to block a port leading to part of the jet's flight data system. Now, a tube is supposed to be attached to that port, and that's providing critical data on airspeed and which way the nose is pointed. At the runway, the pilots revved the engine. They got a warning light, so they returned to the terminal with all 150 on board. Now, American found the alteration. This happened back in mid-July, and they actually got to surveillance video and were able to identify the mechanic. His name is Abdul Majid Alani. He faces those charges now, and he admitted to the federal investigators that he did try to disable this aircraft.
Wow, David, such a disturbing allegation. And you're hearing now that money might have been the motive?
Yeah, that's what he says in the interview and federal court documents. American has been locked in a union battle with its mechanics union for some time. The mechanic said he's been frustrated by that. It was costing him money. He was hoping to get some overtime by sabotaging this aircraft, Cecilia.
Okay, David, thank you. George?
Okay, Cecilia, there are new developments in that tragic boat fire off the coast of California that killed 34 people. The owner of the boat is now speaking out for the first time about the accident, the crew, and the passengers who lost their lives. Will Carr has the story.
I just wanted to reach out to this community and let them know how we feel.
Glenn Fritzler's dive boat, the Conception, caught fire early Labor Day morning. The flames trapped 34 people below deck. The tragedy is now considered the deadliest domestic boat incident in decades. The cause still unknown.
And Captain Jerry remained on the boat as long as he possibly could, trying to get those radio calls in. They said that they could see Jerry jump from the upper deck, a long jump, and that there was a trail of smoke following him. They thought he was on fire.
According to Fritzler, the crew says they tried to save the passengers, but the flames pushed them back.
Within minutes, they would have been consumed.
The victims only had two ways out of their bunk room: a staircase and an emergency hatch. In this newly released NTSB video, you can see an investigator struggle to get through an emergency hatch over a bunk bed on a similar boat owned by the same company. As a result, federal investigators now say it would have been difficult for 34 people to safely get away from a fire burning on board in the middle of the night.
Would you feel comfortable sleeping in that bunk room?
I think I would have concerns.
While the owner of the boat is offering his condolences, he also just filed a lawsuit under a pre-Civil War maritime law to try to prevent his liability. The timing of that lawsuit is being called into question by some members of this community. Michael.
A lot of questions from the community. Thank you so much, Will. And we're going to turn now to that sweet victory for Serena Williams, cruising her way to the U.S. Open final with a straight set win overnight. Now she's preparing for a final showdown. TJ Holmes is here with it all.
Preparing for a showdown. We're preparing for history. This is it now. Serena could possibly pick up Grand Slam title number 24, tying the all-time record. That could be on Saturday. But to do it now, guys, she has to beat a player who wasn't even born when she won her first Grand Slam title.
A fired-up Serena Williams powered her way into the U.S. Open final.
Again, Serena Williams.
Who can beat her when she plays like that? She'll now face a 19-year-old, Bianca Andreescu, the Canadian who's been open about her admiration for the 23-time Grand Slam winner. The two squared off just last month in the Canadian Open final, where Williams was forced to retire with a back injury. Andreescu's kind gesture to the 37-year-old went viral.
Joe, I've watched you your whole career. You're a beast with injuries. I've been through so many already, and I mean, you know how they are. This sucks. On your back, right? I know everything about you.
Williams proclaimed after that she was officially a fan of the Canadian player. Williams returns to the U.S. Open final after her much-talked-about loss in the final last year after a controversial penalty from the chair umpire.
He gives me a thumbs up. He's telling me to come on. We don't have any code, and I know you don't know that.
That incident left her opponent and winner Naomi Osaka in tears. But no matter what happens on the court this year, Andreescu says the experience will be a dream come true.
I need someone to pinch me right now. Is this honestly, like, is this real life?
All right, Serena's looked great in this tournament. The only thing makes you feel a little weary about this is she's lost 5 of her last 7 Grand Slam finals. So she hasn't performed that well, and her last 3 and all since she's given birth. So she hasn't won a title since she's given birth. Not saying those things connect, but she said herself she's getting back in that playing form. The other thing, she does have some support coming, some royal support. Meghan Markle, the Duchess, was apparently watching up late last night, and as soon as Serena won, she's like, girls trip, left the baby, left the husband at home. And she's coming by herself to the final, and you can see all of this, of course, ESPN, ESPN2, all the U.S. Open finals.
I mean, if you got Markle in your corner, you're sort of set, right?
Exactly. You're doing all right.
Still got let the baby, let the husband at home.
Thank you, TJ. We are following a lot of other stories this morning. Take a look at this. An American woman now under arrest accused of trying to smuggle a newborn onto a plane. She stashed the baby in a carry-on.
And we have an incredible survival story to tell you about. The 8-year-old attacked by a mountain lion in his own backyard. He is speaking out for the first time. But first, let's go back over to Ginger in North Carolina.
Yeah, Cecilia, Charleston was one of those cities that just got lucky with timing and tide. But when it comes to storm surge, we still have the warnings up along the North Carolina coast and even into Virginia, where 2 to 4 feet of storm surge could happen. All right, that's all brought to you by the Weekend Getaways, brought to you by Amazon.
Take the umbrella or rain jacket for today. It's going to be cool, and there'll be some showers moving through from time to time. From temperatures in the 60s out your door to about 73 at noon today, upper 70s later on. Beach locations, coastal impacts, that's where the stronger winds and most of that rain is going to be. About an inch for Ocean City ending late. And not the best weekend for the beach. There'll be some rough surf and rip currents here locally. Lots of sunshine. Perfect weather for the More Than Pink Walk. We'll see you there.
Meghan Markle gets a friends and family discount on the tickets.
Even better than that.
She's got the money for full price.
We'll be right back.
What patients don't realize is what they eat and drink is likely acidic, and then what's happening is the weakening of enamel. Now is the perfect time for a toothpaste like Pronamel Repair. This toothpaste takes it to